Good morning. My name is Janet, and I'm your prayer chaplain this morning, leading the meditation. Now, as we gently just close our eyes and relax our shoulders and our feet and our bodies, wherever we are, online or here, we relax and we let go. And we enter this silence knowing that we are in the divine presence. Now, as we gently come out of the silence, we move our feet, our hands, our shoulders, and if we choose, just open our eyes gently to come back to this presence. We give thanks, God. We give thanks for the people that are here today in this community and all around us. And we give thanks to our online audience for being here today. And we give thanks for all the trees and the flowers and nature that supports us and the love that surrounds us. And we go forth in this love, this energy of love that we are part of and flow with us. And we give thanks for this love and knowing that we are loved, we give love, and we receive love, the cycle of life. And so it is. Amen. Amen.
Spent my whole life searching for a shelter for my soul, an understanding of the greater plan. In these walls I've seen the light of love pure and divine, helps me remember who I really am. In every face it's clear, we're all God's children here, and it feels like home, feels like home. I finally found a place where I belong. Feels like home, it feels like home. A family that I can call my own. It feels like home. Place to share your burden, it's safe to shed a tear. Say a prayer and raise your voice in song, where every heart is honored and every path is too. No one's here to judge you right or wrong. And there's no shame, no sin in this place where love begins. And it feels like home, it feels like home. I finally found a place where I belong. Feels like home, it feels like home. A family that I can call my own. It feels like home.
Good morning. As we come together at this time of prayer, if you would like to close your eyes and relax into your chair, please do. Let your mind relax. Be free. Let your troubles, your woes fall by the wayside for a few moments. Be still and let all the good flow in. My heart is full of gratitude. I acknowledge the countless blessings that fill my life. I give thanks for the abundant grace that flows through every moment. In the midst of life's journey, I recognize the goodness and love that surrounds me, and I am deeply grateful. Thank you for the love of friends and family that sustains me, and for the opportunities to grow and learn. I am grateful for the strength and wisdom that guide me, for the peace that envelops me, and for the joy that lights up my days. Help me to stay mindful of these blessings, to see the divine in every experience, and to express my gratitude through acts of kindness. May my heart remain open to receiving and sharing love, and may the life be a reflection of the abundant grace I have been given. And so it is.
Feels like home, it feels like home. I finally found a place where I belong. It feels like home, it feels like home. A family that I can call my own. It feels like home, it feels like home. I finally found a place where I belong. It feels like home, It's wonderful to be here with you today. We have the sunshine out for us on our special picnic day. I just invite you now to rise as you're able and greet one another. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. All right, we're going to do a little group sing now as we settle in. And the chorus, I really invite you to sing along in the chorus. It's pretty straightforward. We'll run through it one time, and then we'll sing the song. So the chorus goes like this. Passing through, passing through. Sometimes happy, sometimes blue. Glad that I ran into you. Tell the people that you saw me passing through. All right, you think you can handle that? All right, looking forward to it. Okay. I saw Adam leave the garden with an apple in his hand. I said, now you're out, what are you gonna do? Plant some crops and pray for rain. Maybe raise a little cane. I'm an orphan now, and I'm only passing through. Passing through. Passing through. Sometimes happy, sometimes blue. Glad that I ran into you. Tell the people that you saw me passing through. I saw Jesus on the cross on a hill called Calvary. Do you hate mankind for what they've done to you? He said, talk of love, not hate. I've things to do, it's getting late. I've so little time, and I'm only passing through. Passing through. Passing through. Sometimes happy, sometimes blue. Glad that I ran into you. Tell the people that you saw me passing through. I heard Gandhi said yes, we have to fight. But love and trust are the weapons we must use. Trust in your humanity. Be the change you want to see. Walk together, for we're only passing through. Passing through. Passing through. Sometimes happy, sometimes blue. Glad that I ran into you. Tell the people that you saw me passing through. I was in Memphis when the Reverend King spoke of the promised land. We will make it, though I may not get there with you. Don't let the hoses or the hounds ever make you turn around. Keep on marching, for we're all just passing through. Passing through. Passing through. Sometimes happy, sometimes blue. Glad that I ran into you. Tell the people that you saw me passing through. One more time. Passing through. Passing through. Sometimes happy, sometimes blue. Glad that I ran into you. Tell the people that you saw me passing through. Tell the people that you saw me passing through.
Amazing, Amanda. Thank you, Denali and Chris, as well. Fantastic. Good morning. It's great to see you on this lovely, sunny morning, right? I'm Frances Johnson, your welcome hostess with the mostest. I'd like to give you a warm welcome to everybody that is here in our sanctuary, and hello to our virtual family. Hello, hello. We're glad that you're able to stream in. Welcome to our first-time visitors. We welcome you with open arms. We have so much joy here today. You are welcome if you have a faith tradition or no faith tradition at all. Our inclusion statement says it best. Because we celebrate, honor, and affirm the divine presence in every person, we welcome you. We welcome your thoughts, your ideas. We welcome your gifts and talents. And we do have so many talented and gifted people here. We welcome everyone into our community without regard to race, abilities, age, religious beliefs, cultural background, gender, or orientation. And I'll leave you with a post I read on the UIL Facebook page posted by Fran Curley. Some of you don't even realize how you light up rooms and inspire people just by being you. You are magnetic, and you don't even realize it. Happy Sunday, and welcome to Unity in Lynnwood.
Just to intro this next song. It's one that I'm sure you've all heard before if you've been here a while. Matthew used to sing it. Called Here I Am by Daniel Nachman. And you know what Francis was just saying about, you know, we all have gifts and we all have ways that we can show up. And when I found Unity in Lynnwood, I was just starting to do that. I really had been hiding from a lot of things in life, and coming here, hearing this music and the messages here was just really inspirational and helped me kind of get on my feet. So anyway, it's a special song to me. Ran away from the sun, ran away from the rain, hid away from everyone, ran away from the pain. Now I'm so out of breath, now I'm so scared to death. I'm not running anymore, I'm not hiding anymore. For the first time in my life, I will stand my ground, no more running around. Here I am, oh, here I am. What's a life covered up? Day and night not to fail, like a life without love is its own kind of jail. What a waste to regret what I haven't tried yet. I'm not running anymore, I'm not hiding anymore. For the first time in my life, I will stand my ground with my heart unbound. Here I am. Throw in the game just to make sure that I never win. Kept counting myself out again and again. So nervous, running in circles till nobody knew where I'd been. Maybe today is the day that I let it all in. Maybe my secret heart's no original sin. It's time, I made up my mind, I'm ready to dive in. I'm not running anymore, I'm not hiding anymore. For the first time in my life, I will stand my ground, I will sing out aloud. Here I am. Here I am.
Wow, there you are, Amanda. Fabulous. Thank you so much. And also thanks to Kristen Denali and to Francis for that absolutely beautiful welcome and prayer. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Wow, beautiful people here today. Are you here for the food and the camaraderie? Yeah, well, you're going to have to get some spiritual stuff before you get to the food, so get comfortable. My name is Elizabeth Nachman, and my job right now is to make sure that you feel even more welcome than I hope you already do. We would like to extend a special welcome to our virtual audience today. So if you'd put your name in the chat box and let us welcome you. Oh, Pascaline is back. We missed you, Pascaline. Welcome. And we have Deb from Jersey, and Ursula, and Judy, and Pacalini, and Lori in Lynnwood. So welcome to you all. And if everyone would turn to the camera, that Walayn is behind over here. We would like in our physical sanctuary to welcome you by saying, good morning. Good morning. You look fabulous today. We see the Spirit of God in you. We're so happy you're here. We love you. All right. And we'll try to send you some virtual food, but I don't know how well that's going to work. So here at Unity in Lynnwood, we sometimes have a lot of words, but our mission statement does not do that. It is brief and heartfelt. Practical spirituality, welcoming community. So practical spirituality, pretty easy. It means that we want to give ideas and tools to bring your spiritual search out into the real world, doing real things and having a real impact. Welcoming community, if you haven't figured that out already, it means just that. As you've heard, we want you to feel like you have come to your spiritual home. Now, to support that mission statement, we have 7 value statements. We like to feature one each week. Today's is number 2, and it goes as follows. We seek to discover and share spiritual practices which are repeatable, reliable, and to infuse these spiritual practices into every area of our daily living. Back to that practical spirituality. So our invocation, we say this every Sunday, and I invite you to join in with me as I read it, or just let the words wash over you, or whisper it, or I don't know, sing it. I've never really heard it sung, but that could be kind of cool. Though imaged and named variously, there is a singular and eternal ground of being from which all life emanates and into which all life retreats. We choose to call this ground of being God. By extension, we come to understand that we are spiritual in nature, human in expression, and limitless in potential. We gather today to remember such truths, to celebrate our unity, and to honor all life. I'm sorry, it never gets old for me. So I probably don't need to read our guest speaker's full bio today because he's been here before, but it's such an interesting story that I'm going to give you all a little bit of it. Reverend David McArthur left the practice of law to become an ordained Unity minister and has led dynamic Unity churches for more than 35 years. He has served as a member and chair of the board of Unity Worldwide Ministries. He has been honored with Unity's Charles Fillmore Award and as a hero of forgiveness by the Worldwide Forgiveness Alliance. David also spent 7 years as a director and trainer at the world-renowned HeartMath Institute. His years working with HeartMath's discoveries on the role of the heart in human transformation have given him the opportunity to teach clergy from many religions and denominations. Reverend David has trained Silent Unity's prayer ministry, its ministerial students, that would be me, hundreds of Unity ministers, and many churches in the heart's transformative power. He has been a keynote speaker at Unity's annual convention and conferences, as well as being featured in Unity magazine. He's also a best-selling author of 3 books on the power and wisdom of our hearts, The Intelligent Heart, Your Spiritual Heart, and The Monk's Choice. He and his wife, Catherine, live in Paulsboro, Washington. Please join me in giving a warm unity welcome to Reverend David this morning.
Ooh, it's so good to be back with all of you. Just for a moment, can you remember a moment when your heart was full? You know, just that filling of the joy and the meaning and that inner wow. Can you remember that? Okay, remember what it felt like. Very, very, as we've had those experiences, we realize that they're very powerful and meaningful in our lives. Now, just for a moment, let me ask you to remember something different. Remember a moment of frustration, just in case one showed up sometime in the last month or so. Okay, a moment of frustration, a moment where maybe you didn't know what to do, that confusion that comes. Remember what that felt like? Two very different experiences, aren't they? So the difference between these experiences is the connection with our spiritual self. That awareness that as a spiritual being, we have the ability to connect with this amazing presence, this love, this power that we knew before we came in here. But that sometimes we get caught in something else. That wisdom, that care, that love isn't felt. It isn't clear as we're in the middle of that struggle. 2 different experiences. What I'd really like to do today is I'd like to share with you how to get from the unpleasant one to the pleasant one. Okay, they were talking about spiritual practices. This is a spiritual practice. This is practical. It really helps. Unless no longer do you feel any frustration or confusion or not having answers. I mean, this is Unity of Lynnwood we're at, so, you've been working for a long time, some of you folk here, so. But if it's still there, let me share it, maybe in an experience. Many years ago, I was senior minister at Unity in Spokane, Washington. Wonderful church, great people. And I was sitting there at my desk in my office, and I was feeling quite stressed, very frustrated. Okay, there was one of those things going on in the church. One of the challenges of churches is it's made up of people. And sometimes those people have sort of issues that come up. It's just amazing how we all seem to have some sort of that. And one of those was coming up for somebody, and they were upset about something, and they were talking to somebody else, and they were upset, and some were, and some weren't. And the only problem sitting there as a minister really had nothing to do with me, except eventually it all gets to that desk. And so I could see very clearly it's what you call a lose-lose situation. Okay, you've been in one of those? Yeah. So I'm sitting there and I'm feeling worry and anxiety. And then I remember, wait a minute, a week ago, I was visiting at this place called the Institute of Heart Math. And they made this strange statement that said, you can stop feeling stress in 1 minute. And then they taught some nice little course with techniques and, to do something about that. And I thought, well, I'm feeling stressed, and I've got a minute. So I thought I may as well find out if it works. So I went ahead and I began, moving my attention to my heart. I went through a number of steps, and about a minute, might have even been a minute and a half later, I'm sitting there and I suddenly realize I'm smiling. I'm not worried. I feel no stress, and I know what to do. And that's amazing to me. Now, at this point, I'd been a Unity minister for about 14 years, and I taught classes on getting guidance and, prayer, meditation, discernment, retreat, just all these wonderful ways. And here, I'm sitting there, and suddenly, in a minute and a half, I'm not stressed, I'm feeling great, and I know what to do. Now, looking back, I realized that started a search to understand why that happens. What takes place there? What took place for me? Because it worked for me. Believe me, it'll work for anyone. And I realized eventually that, okay, as spiritual beings, yes, you're spiritual beings. You know that. We affirmed that just a moment ago. As spiritual beings, you made a choice you probably don't remember. Said, okay, I'm going to drop this higher dimensional existence and I'm going to go play in the third dimension. Now, to do that, I've got to get one of those human bodies and have that human experience. That's how I'm able to come in and experience this part of creation. So when you made that decision, part of it was you incarnate in this human body. Well, you also get its mechanism, and it's got a fabulous mechanism called the brain. And the brain interprets the third dimension so that we can comprehend and experience it. It's a wonderful thing. It has one problem. The wisdom that you had as that spiritual being doesn't show up in the brain. You let go of that when you entered into this and gave the brain its rightful role as the dominant intelligence system. Now, it may be the dominant, but it's not the most intelligent. Because that other part of you, that deep spiritual wisdom, that part of you that connects with that infinite love, care, power, intelligence, not intelligence limited to what your brain has learned, but an intelligence that is directed in the very purpose of your being here, but of your being in any single situation. A love that would take you through it in harmony. That's quite something. That's not the way your brain works. That's your spiritual nature. And to get there, you have to connect with the point at which it is integrated into the physical self. That's the heart. And what I'd learned at Heart Math and did in that minute and a half was I learned to activate my heart. Okay, I went from feeling confused and frustrated to feeling great and clear. A change of consciousness changed by connecting with this amazing presence of the spiritual self. Now, there's a way that works. And one of the gifts of my years at Heart Math, what really took me there was looking at what is it that causes this transformation? What is it that causes us to suddenly in a moment be at an entire higher level of functioning, of wisdom, of harmony, of presence, of impact. What is that? And I knew that it was this Spirit, this divine love, but I didn't know how we could activate that powerfully and effectively. And it turns out that one of the gifts of all this research is that it shows how to do that by activating your heart. Now, what activates your heart in the greater sense is love. And that's not new. Jesus tried to get us focused that way a long time ago. It's taken us a while, but we're getting there. But it's not the idea of love. It's not thoughts of love. It is feelings of love that cause the transformation in the heart. And I've had the gift of being here some time ago and got to share with many of you the beautiful science that shows that transformation and so many of the things we learn from it. But that shift that takes place when we feel love transforms the functioning of the heart. It moves from a disordered state to an ordered state, from an incoherent to a coherent state, which changes the entire biophysical being. In Unity language, if you read back into Charles Fillmore, he called it going from Adam man to Christ man, from one whose perceptions was coming out of the physical self and its brain to the perceptions that was coming from the spiritual self with spiritual wisdom and understanding. So that's the shift that we're talking about. Again, it takes about a minute and a half, so it's not hard to do. But one of its great shifts is not just the feeling good. Okay, that's nice. But the truth is, in our lives, particularly at this time, we are in an experience of accelerated growth as humankind, but also as individuals. So some of the challenges that we meet are very important to us, they're very powerful, they're very difficult. And it becomes tremendously important to us to be able to access that wisdom, because we are here to create a more harmonious, uplifted world. That's why we're hanging around. If you're showing up at Unity, you already made that choice. This is just kind of how do I do it, okay? So that shift becomes tremendously important to us in meeting our own challenges, our family, our friends, and those that we are able by our life to bless. So the shift. The wisdom that comes is that wisdom of your spiritual self. And it often doesn't look like we would expect. Let me share an experience, and I choose this experience because as I describe it to you, it's very clear there is no answer. I received a call 2 a.m. from a hospital. A family had requested that I come and be in support of a man whose family had just gone through an extensive tragedy. Essentially, accident had taken the life of the wife and one of the 2 children. And the second child was close to death. And so I went into the hospital and having no idea what to do. I met the family, the family that had gathered to be in support of the father. And they were very, very beautiful people, very welcoming and supporting, and we could do a prayer of blessing. But then the nurse came and asked me to come to be with the Father. So I walked in to this hospital room, and there's the father sitting next to a bed, and there on the bed is the little boy with all the tubes and everything, and the nurse was explaining that they're within a few minutes of unplugging the machines and releasing the child, that is the stage at which these things are at. What happened as I stood there was I felt deep compassion for this man who suddenly in a moment had lost the greatest meaning and love within his life and those that he cared for. That was a feeling, a heart feeling. The way that we connect is love, but love we experience through different feelings of the heart. Compassion is one of those feelings. What you experienced when you went back to when your heart was full, that was one of those heart feelings. So I experienced a heart feeling. I experienced compassion for this man. Now, I had no idea what to do. I mean, there's absolutely nothing you can say to someone at that point in that experience that's going to make a difference. But as I felt the compassion, I realized something was needed. The response of that spiritual self made it clear that something within that room could be in greater harmony. So I turned to the nurse and said, "Would you take the little boy out of the bed and put him in his father's arms?" And she said, "Oh, of course." And so they did that. They took the little boy and put him in his father's arms so that his father could hold him, enfold him in that love, and hold him in that love while his little body was released. Years later, I looked back and understood that there was something core to all our experiences that happened there. We find ourselves in extremely difficult situations. We all do. In that situation, there is a wisdom that will guide us into how to lift it into a more harmonious experience. It wasn't going to heal the little boy. It wasn't going to take away the grief or anything that was a part of this. But that presence of that love could lift it to where there was greater connection, a greater level of care, a greater flow between two beings at a point of pain. That's true for us too. That wisdom is there. I want to go back to how we call on that wisdom. It's very simple. It's what we did when we started the service a moment ago. We remember a moment when the heart is full. Now, when we're in the middle of stuff, Jesus' thing was love one another. Okay, that's great, but that's vague. Okay, it's hard to do. And when you're in a difficult situation, that is not the response that the brain is bringing forward. At least not my brain. But we have the power to choose. And we can choose to remember Remember a moment when your heart is full and feel. It's remember and feel. Feel that beautiful feeling that's present there. That is love. That is God. That is spirit. That is your higher self. That is that wisdom that said, okay, we're going to incarnate. Yeah, you might question the wisdom of that at times. But that presence is what we access when we feel those feelings that flow from our heart. Remember and feel. It's a choice. In those moments that are difficult, I choose to remember and feel. Join me. I choose to remember and feel. Again, I choose to remember and feel. As we say it, remember. Remember. Bring those beautiful moments. And feel it. Feel it. It's right there. And interestingly enough, so often we go to a teaching of the now moment. This is the now moment. The memory is past, but the feeling is now. And that feeling is the experience of your spiritual self moving and flowing through you. What you have done is flip the switch from my brain to my heart. From the limited experiences I have developed in this life to the wisdom that supports me and my soul through this journey with love. That's a switch. I choose to remember and feel together. I choose to remember and feel. Yeah, make that inner commitment together. I choose to remember and feel. Again, I choose to remember and feel. Let that feeling and that commitment fill it. I choose to remember and feel. Feel the joy. Feel the goodness. It is always there because the love that enfolds you is infinite. Bless you.
That was amazing. I'm going to remember that. I've written it down. So I'm going to make a little card and I'm going to take it to work. I have faith that everything I need comes to me at exactly the right place and time. I believe, I trust, I receive. We offer opportunities to practice giving and receiving, that we might cooperate with the reciprocal nature of the spiritual universe. In other words, while your giving matters to us, we suggest your giving matter to you as well. UIL is committed to supporting our many virtual participants as fully as possible. UIL provides quality access to services, live and archived, classes, meetings, groups, and printed media. Should you, as a virtual participant, find value in UIL's offerings, please consider making a financial gift on the last Sundays of each quarter, September 30th, 2024. May the power of your giving be revealed in your world in delightful ways. Always, we are honored by your shared journey. Electronic giving options will appear on your screen. For those choosing to give a physical gift, the ushers will gratefully pass baskets. If you are on site and prefer to give by credit card, there is an electronic giving station located in the back of the sanctuary at the Welcome and Information Station. If you would like information about UIL's programs of regular giving, planned giving, or legacy giving, please grab a Giver's Circle brochure or write the Board of Trustees directly. For those already participating, we extend a special thanks. Please join me in our affirmation as it appears on screen. I give freely and fearlessly, fulfilling the law of giving and receiving.
Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen.
Thank you. I'd like to welcome any newcomers today. Do we have some new people here today? Please raise your hand. Oh, great. Thank you for being here. If you'd like, we have a gift for you, an undated version of the Daily Word. It has positive, uplifting messages and affirmations. And you can receive this at the Welcome and Information Station in the back of the sanctuary. I'll be there to greet you and answer any questions you may have. Or you may visit Marion in the Soul Things Books and Gift Store, and she would love to give you a copy. And also check out all the lovely things we have there. Also, oh, and I don't have it, we have informational cards in the seat backs in front of you. You can fill out an informational card that you will receive 2 emails a month, or you can have a prayer request, and there's also a note card. Okay, invitations. We want to hear from you. If you have a compliment or a comment, please write "We Listen" at unityinlynnwood.org. We're here for you. Please consider UIL Small Group and Interfaith Ministries as they appear on your screen. Register for all events by visiting the calendar page at www.unityinlynnwood.org. Every 4th Sunday is Prayer Sunday. Please welcome Prayer Chaplain Janet to the podium.
Hi, good morning. Well, hi. And to our online audience also. And then she mentioned I'm Janet, and I have been a prayer chaplain here for 4 years, and it's been my honor really to serve you. And I'm here to highlight what the prayer ministry is about this morning for Unity and what it does in this congregation. So there are 3 major programs within the prayer ministry. And the first is a prayer request. So many of you will see, most of you should have some cards in the back of your chairs. And you can do 2 things. You can ask the prayer chaplains to pray for somebody you would like prayer for or for yourself. And if you would like a call, please put your number, phone number, on there and what you would like is what's a good time to call you, and we'll call you when we are available to call you during the week so that you can receive that prayer. And the second part of this program is the wellness calls. So actually what happens is, as chaplains, every April we go through a training. Even if we've been prayer chaplains for 10 years, we always go through this training and we commit to this training. And we receive a group of congregants every year, and we call those group of congregants every month. If you are a member, this is part of your membership benefit. Many times, of course, we can't get a hold of somebody, but we'll leave a prayer message for you, or some people I've known text, and some people email. We really want to pray with you in our groups. If you forgot, like in your membership class, to sign up, just call the administration and press, I was told, the number 425-741-7172 and press 5 and leave a message on the prayer line. And if you need prayer any time of the day, you can call Silent Unity's prayer line, which is open 24/7. And that line is 816-969-2000. The other third portion, it happens the fourth Sunday of every month, and it's called Divine Wholeness. So you go to the back of the room, and on your right side, you'll see the family little ministry room that people have. And there will be prayer chaplains standing there. And what the prayer chaplains will do is you just go in, you sit quietly. The prayer chaplain puts her or his hands, if you give permission, on the shoulders, and you sit in the quiet, in wholeness, and in stillness, and in the light. And it's really actually one of my favorite parts of the program. And I just want to say, for my own part, giving away from the script, that we've heard today from Amanda shining your light, from going into your heart and coming from that wisdom that is part of us, beyond us, and I always call it the mystery of life. And that's what prayer chaplains do, really. Each one of us prays differently for you because we all have different spiritual DNAs. But I can rest assured that we all serve you in honor. It is our honor to serve you and hold you in your divine identity and affirm that wholeness, that divine wholeness in you. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet. Today at 12:30 p.m., celebrate with us at our annual all-community picnic and volunteer recognition, scheduled in the UIL parking lot. I hope you brought a favorite side dish or treat to share. And if you didn't, come anyway. Okay, where am I? Okay. Our generous Board of Trustees will be providing hamburgers and hot dogs on the grill. Shuttle service will be active from the Fred Meyer parking lot all afternoon to accommodate the game area's cotton candy machine and more. Nature walks and great music will be included. Town Hall meeting, Sunday, September 8th, 12:30 p.m. Please join UIL's Board of Trustees for a time of prayer, sharing, questions, and information. If attending virtually, please register to receive a link. Flower dedications by Callee Gray. Commemorating happy August birthdays to Myrtle and Charles Fillmore, co-founders of the Unity Movement. Please welcome Hands on Housing lead Daniel Coliff.
Morning, thank you, Francis, and I do choose to remember and fill. So, Cameron, are you ready? So, I'm going to quote the great American philosopher Michelle Obama, just do something. In the spirit of just doing something, on August 4th, this congregation came together and we just did something. Cameron?
What event are you at right now?
Oh, you mean Hands on Housing?
Hands on housing.
Hands on.
Hands on.
Hands on.
Hands on Housing 2024.
My name is Sue. I am retired and actually love to work out in the yard, but physically no longer able to. So I'm relying on the help of others. Bought it in 2005 and there was grass everywhere, not blackberries and Timothy grass. So it's gone through quite a change and it's so appreciated with everybody coming out and helping me.
My name is Daniel Coliff. About 15 years ago, I did my first hands-on housing project in Austin, Texas. My family moved to the local area here in Washington State, and we brought it to Unity in Lynnwood, and the whole congregation embraced it, and it's been a great success.
I like helping. So Melissa and I both work at a botanical garden, and so we have a lot of gardening skills.
I've heard about it for a couple of years at my church, and I was always busy. And so this year I made sure that I didn't schedule anything on this weekend.
It is an incredible opportunity to fulfill the law of giving and receiving and to put into action what we believe at Unity in Lynnwood, which is practical spirituality.
When I had quite recently joined Unity of Lynnwood, the very first hands-on housing project came up, and it was, yes, that's the kind of thing I like to do.
I jumped on board because of my background in carpentry and thought it'd be a good use, and I was really, really happy just to give back to the community.
Honest answer would probably be Daniel Coliff got me there initially simply because of his personality and the fact that I believed in his vision of the project. And I think that our motto of welcoming community, practical spirituality is working with our hands and getting dirty. I mean, there's just nothing more practical than getting dirty.
How did you get in contact with Hands on Housing?
I signed up with a building called Homage, and they have minor home repairs.
My name is Michelle, and I work at Homage. I'm the volunteer manager. I have been doing that position for almost 8 years now. Daniel, the team leader with the Unity in Lynnwood Hands-on Housing Project, reached out to us, and we have a division where we help older adults with issues with their homes. It's called minor home repair. So they helped identify the homes that we use for these projects.
Yeah, the very first time I was gone and I drove up to my house and there was like half a dozen people there lurking around on the sidewalk, and I'm thinking, what are they doing, stalking my house for later? And found out what was going on. They were deciding on which house to do. And they came out and did a couple of things, replaced boards on my deck and gave me a couple handrails. And they asked me if I would be okay with having my name submitted to a Unity church to maybe have people come out and work in my yard. Well, there were several applicants, and then I got a call back saying that my yard was chosen. Daniel had asked me what the 2 things that I would want done the most, and that has now added up to about 10 things that they're all working on.
Myself and our leadership team, we're coordinating the event today. We have over 50 people from Unity in Lynnwood participating.
I'm here to more or less be the representative for the homeowner, just to make sure that, you know, we keep confidentiality in mind and just be a moral support to the many workers here.
We are working on this corner. We are digging out some plants and weeds and cutting the lawn and putting new fresh flowers in.
I did a lot of
weeding. I pulled a lot of branches and shoved them in a truck, pulled a lot of debris, and I think I moved the wheelbarrow about 8 million times filled with stuff. So that's what I've been doing.
We have been taping in preparation for the spraying underneath the eaves, and we're now going to clear off the deck and sweep it so we can prepare it for being steamed.
I am moving around all the pots so that we can do the side yard, and then I plan on replacing them in little vignettes so it looks nice when people drive by.
I do the heavy lift. If there's a lot of debris that needs to be removed or cut down, drug out to the street, 10 yards of mulch needs to be moved now, I'll be moving most of that. So really what I bring to this is a physical effort that transcends most guys who are 66 years old.
There was a fence had fallen down on the side of the house between the house and the neighbors, so it was just laying there in pieces. And a couple of weeks ago came by and we set posts, and today I'm just finishing it off, building a gate and all.
How do you feel about what Hands on Housing is doing exactly?
Well, with the tears or without the tears. I'm not used to people doing stuff like this for me. So it's very emotional, and I'm sitting here all day over in the corner watching everybody work, and it's just a blessing. I mean, there's no other words for it. So I'm just so happy that I just love everybody that's here. They're just all great.
I love hands-on housing because it brings people together. It brings our congregation together. You meet people. When you work and you sweat with people, that's when you really get to know people, and you accomplish something together. It's very gratifying.
Well, we like that it's a community coming together to help somebody in need.
I think it's listening to the stories of the people that are helped, and it makes a difference in their life.
I love the gift that we can give to the receiver. I love to receive her blessings in return, and I love to see the transformation that we can make by coming together, and I believe about 49 people, and a good day of working and getting to know each other so much better and at a deeper level.
That we really do help a person in the community who obviously at one point had a beautiful garden, beautiful home, depending on the project, and because of age or infirmity or illness, can't do it anymore, and we come in and do it for them.
I love the sense of community. I love working with the people in the church. Invariably, I meet somebody here that I have seen at the church and just never got the chance to walk up to and communicate with. I gain a lot of friendship here. I gain a lot of social networking, and so to that end, I always walk away with a few more friends than I had before.
A church, shouldn't just be all insular. I guess that's right. Just all within itself. I mean, to turn around and to be of service, that's really important.
Thank you.
All right.
I do want to call out a few people here. The leadership team, if you'd stand whenever I mention your name. Tim Vokes, he's out working the grill right now. Walayn Sharples on camera number 1. John Brooks, I believe, is in the back there. Gerard Rubenkowski, Don Duran, Ann Thurley, Nancy Merrill, Michael Smith here in the 3rd row, and Glenn Moritz right there in the back. So give all those volunteers a key round of applause. And then all of this isn't possible without all the volunteers, everyone in the chairs, stepping out and giving of yourself. Specifically, we had several key event volunteers. So this is our 5th hands-on housing project. We've got the momentum rolling. It doesn't happen without great support. Specifically, Mill Creek Services, Ken Urie, Nancy Merrill, homage, and then the full congregation of unity. So again, give yourself a round of applause and thank you for everything.
Wow, you guys rock. Thank you, Daniel. That's amazing. Every year it just gets better and better. So before we leave and go have a wonderful picnic together, a little prayer and a beautiful song are all that stand between you and that. I just want to remind you again that our prayer chaplains will be in service after service in the sanctuary. Please look for a chaplain wearing a purple stole. And if you're in our online community, remember you can write prayer@unityinlynnwood.org and you will receive a call within a couple of hours, maybe a little longer today because of the picnic. But with the prayer chaplains in service, please stand so we know who to look for. All right. I think we have some back in the family room too, right? I hope. If not, I can fill in. Before we leave our seats today, let's just take a moment of gratitude. Close your eyes if you like and just take a breath. Take a breath into your heart. As you breathe, take in love. As you exhale, breathe out kindness. On your next breath, think of something or someone that you're grateful for. As you exhale, send that person or that thing all of that love. On your next inhale, think of all the people who have contributed today to this service and exhale love to them. Take the spirit of love and kindness out into your day and week. And now we will end, as we always do, with sung words of blessing and sung words of farewell.
May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on.
Oh, you're going to do it?